Hi guys, I'm Brooke and this is Pippa and we travel full-time out of my 1990 Coleman Pop Up. This is the official tour of the Pop Up. I have spent the last couple weeks kind of deciding what goes in the camper, what stays in the car, everything like that. Obviously, I'm only a few weeks into living in this camper. Of course, things are going to change and I will always make an update video when things do change. But for now, I know everybody wants to see all the little details. I also want to say if you don't see something in this video that you've seen in the past, like my clothing, water storage, anything like that, it's probably because I've decided to keep it in the car. I kind of decided that not everything is worth moving in and out of the camper every single time we move it, or even to take up any space in here to be in here permanently when I already had great storage options, especially like for my clothing in the car already. I already had that 3-drawer system that you guys have seen in my past videos, and I just decided to keep it in the car where it was because it just works. Also, some things like my water and my clothes are easier to keep in the car because then when I run into town, I can refill my water if I pass somewhere and not have to worry about forgetting it in the camper or reloading it and unloading it every single time. Or if I decide to stop and do laundry or something like that, I have everything in the car that I need already because the car is now my like errands vehicle. And I will do an updated like tour of what my car looks like soon, but I'm still getting the finishing touches on how I want to store everything in the car moving forward. So without further ado, here is the camper tour. Okay, so this is what the camper looks like from the front. I have my solar panel out today, but this is the hitch. I do have the pin locked right now. I don't have my other lock in it. One of the first things I did was replace those chains because they were super hard to use. The other ones were really rusty. And it does have a jack, and I have my propane and my battery up here, and this is also where the bed stand comes in so the slide outs don't fall down. The battery that runs the inside of the camper is this RoyPow lithium iron phosphate deep cycle battery. It is 12 volts and 30 amp hours. I was sent this by RoyPow and I am so grateful that they decided to send it to me because it is super lightweight. It's only 8.8 pounds, so it doesn't add a ton of weight to the camper, as well as the fact that it has a 2-year warranty. I don't have to do any maintenance on it like some other batteries. It fits in this compartment super easily. Oh, there's my other hitch lock, and it charges so quickly and lasts me a long time because I don't have much to power on the inside. So I'm so grateful to have this battery. Lithium is always the way to go, and I will definitely leave this battery linked below because it has been working out fantastic since I've had it. Right next to the battery is where I keep my propane. This is a 20-pound propane tank. You can find these pretty much anywhere. They're super easy to get refilled, and that's what runs my stove and my heater. This is the crank to be able to raise the roof and lower it. Moving around to the front, this is just what it looks like from the front. That's how the door slides in. My step needs a little bit of work. The laminate is peeling up on it, but that's okay. That's just aesthetics. This step has nothing wrong with it. It just looks kind of ugly. One of the first things I did once I got the camper before it was even repaired was get brand new tires. I think this is always a good thing to do when you first get a new vehicle, especially if the previous owners can't give you receipts of the last time they had new tires. I would just rather be safe than sorry, so I got those replaced. In the back, I also have the spare replaced. It is brand new, and then these are the supports for the back bed, which is my bed, and then you can see the stabilizing jacks back here too. There is a hookup for city water right there for the sink, and that is the outlet for the heater, and I have my tires leveled on that side. The nice part about the plastic on the inside is it does have this little bit of a tint on it, so you can't see in super clearly, and this is the 30 amp hour shore plug in case I was ever at a campground and wanted to just plug in the camper. And my solar panel is out here, and that is kind of the tour of the outside. And there's Pippa. Moving inside, that's where the door is, and I do have a stereo in here. It doesn't work. I have to maintenance it. I'm not sure what's going on with it. And this just opens and closes, and it does have a little lock on it. You have to really make sure that the camper is level or the door really won't work. I have my fridge in here, my cooler. This is just kind of a wide shot. We'll kind of go through everything, but this is what it looks like when you first walk in. And I know the couch cushions are dirty. They're 30 years old. I'm going to figure it out at some point, but please don't comment about it anymore. I'm tired of reading it. Starting with my bed, I do have a full-size bed in the back, and I also layered my 2 mattress toppers that I had from my bed in the car, and this is actually pretty comfortable, and honestly I just love the extra space to be able to spread out at night. And next to my bed, I just have toiletries, wet wipes, brush, all of that kind of stuff. This is the same cooler I had in the car. That's just my dry food, and then I have my fridge next to it. My dry food does go back in the car at night. I know that's a concern of people, and I put it back in the car, guys. That's just it. Underneath the storage, I have some toilet paper just as dry storage underneath, and then I have my lights I haven't hung up with, my laptop charger, my nail stuff, and my adapter for my power cord for the camper. This is just some really nice under storage. I really don't have that much to put in there, as you can see. In this last little one, I just have bug spray, my bug zapper, tools, scissors, duct tape, anything I might need, and my little vacuum. Moving on to the kitchen, this is how it looks when it is all up. This whole piece actually does fold down into this little alleyway right here for when the camper is closed, but I do like having a stove and a nice big window to look out of when I am cooking and in the quote-unquote kitchen. This is my little 2-burner stovetop, and it's really nice because it has that wind guard, and then it has the protection from the plastic. It just runs on propane, and I just light it with a lighter just like you would any other camping stove. I also obviously really love having a sink in here. Even if it is kind of tiny, it's always just nice to have. Underneath the stovetop, there is just a little bit of storage. I just have some cups in here and my kettle and my lighter, and then I have Pippa's food, some trash bags, and some bounce sheets. That is all I keep in there. I really don't have that much to bring into the camper from the car. Underneath here, this is just where the propane lines and the water lines run, so that is empty currently. That is the heater where the heat comes out, and in this one I just keep cleaning supplies. I also forgot to show that I do keep my hand soap and my toothbrush, toothpaste, and deodorant right by the sink, right where they should be, because hygiene is important. Now we come over to the dinette. Again, don't say anything about these cushions. It'll get fixed eventually, guys. Okay? Chill. And this is another view of the back of how everything looks. I don't know. I just love it in here. It's so nice. Underneath that dinette, I do have some Reflectix stored, and I know it looks dirty underneath here, and it's not. I have wiped down every single piece of this camper, but some stuff is just stained from, 30 years worth of wear. This is actually the quote-unquote low flow water hookup, and how this works is basically you just hook it up to a water source and then kind of pump it, and with the pressure of the handle in the sink it will flow out just like any kind of pressurized system would. So I plan to hook this up to my outdoor shower so I can have water in here. This is the thermostat to be able to run the heater. It just sits right underneath the cushions, and then this is the power converter, so this is how I flip from shore power to battery power. This is underneath the other side of the dinette, and it is empty. I really don't have anything to put under here. Just that shore power cord is under there, and I have it wrapped up and stored, but I don't really know what I'm going to put under here. So I'm just gonna leave that there. And right next to it, I have my little porta potty, which is such an upgrade for me, and my trash. And then I have obviously my fire extinguisher. Yes, it works. Yes, I have done the little pressure test on it. I'm good. There is a little light switch next to it. I have no idea what that goes to. And this is just another view of the kind of front entrance. Like I said in my other video, this cushion kind of just sits here as a ramp for Pippa right now until we can get that figured out so she can jump up and down. This is the front of the door. It actually stores on the ceiling when I close it, so that is how it snaps to the ceiling, which is really cool. And then everything is sealed up around the top, and I do have a couple lights on the roof that run off the battery, and I have these nice little curtains most of the way around. I am missing two, but that's okay. And I usually leave these flipped up because Pippa doesn't like when they flip in the wind. There she is. Now we come to Pippa's side of the camper. This is her little suite that she gets to stay in. I just put a sheet over top of the little mattress on this side, and her food and water are up here for her, and she literally sleeps up here all day with the screens open, just with the breeze over top of her. It keeps her nice and cool. I still keep her cooling mat handy just in case the wind isn't enough, but she gets her own nice spot, and I love that for her. Here is Pippa in her natural habitat, just relaxing, which is exactly what I wanted for her to have more space. And thanks for coming to our camper tour. Bye guys!